Yo. Hey, and that should be the intro. I was literally waiting to do that. Yo.
So, look. Okay, so look, I want to talk about being an entrepreneur and crossing out of when you were free and when you first started into that transition to where you start recognizing your worth.
So we had a discussion about starting off on any position, being a comedian, singer, actor. You do a lot of free work. Mm-hmm. And you have to make that hard turn of saying, I charge now. And you got to find that balance of when do you start charging? Because it's always a humbling feeling of like, you're at your most confident when you're doing free work because you're like, hey, you owe me. I'm doing this for free.
Yeah.
But then when you start to charge people, it comes down to you like, I need my money back if you mess up. So
yeah. Hey, no, because like I was free for that room for error.
Yeah.
Like I did have that feeling in the back of my head, like, yo, if I drop this SD card in the water, then we just wasted time.
Right.
But nobody wasted money.
Right.
And I think I held on to that
too long.
Mm-hmm. Because it actually started developing a reputation of just
being a free guy.
It's a hobby. Mm-hmm. Or it's just, you know what I'm saying, the free guy, which you don't want to be the free guy.
No. No.
And then the crazy thing was, what was that turning point? Mm-hmm. Like literally, what was it? Because I as I went back and looked at my work recently, I saw that my work was already of quality.
Right.
So when I started actually charging, there was nothing that magically happened besides the fact that I said, yo, it actually cost. Mm-hmm. That was it.
But I remember my first time charging somebody. It was that cautious, like, yeah, I only charge. Because
that's like a $2 haircut. That's like a $2 haircut.
Because you're afraid of denial. Because you want to say like, what? Because there's a funny story. So I remember charging too much, and I remember charging not enough. Oh my God. And you don't want to be like how much for headshots? Oh, I charge $3,600. $3,600?
What the?
For some pictures?
Like, do you guarantee my bookings? What are you doing?
Or you want to be like, hey, how much would you charge to shoot a feature film? I do about $60.
$60 will work. That'll work. You
know
what I'm saying?
Feature?
For a feature.
You don't want to be that guy. So you got to kind of find that medium. You know what you should do? Ask your peers. You know, what would you do in this situation? What type of equipment? Your equipment plays a role.
Your equipment plays a big role. But then even with what he said, your peers play a big role too. Because if you hang around a bunch of freebies and freelancers and, you know, man, I think your rate should still be about $100. Yeah. And it's like, you know, but okay, so that's the thing too. Being black business owners, right? Black business owners. So Inglewood area, you know, or that side of town, you know, Inglewood, Compton, or whatever. And then you got your Hollywood and your North Hollywood and all this. Price range is on the total opposite end of the landscape if you allow it to be.
Right.
So when you talk about your peers and whatnot, do you want to base it off your peers or do you want to try to base it off of your professional peers?
That's why it's very critical to ask as many people as possible. Maybe get like a thread, like a bunch of filmmakers, get it on Facebook. You throw that question out there because, like I said, your equipment, your sound, your what you're bringing to the table, the time spent, the modifications, like it's all about like how much of my life is going to be invested in your project. Because if it's like a quick, like, yeah, I just want to say happy birthday to my mom over in Syracuse. Can you bring your camera over? We want to set it up to make it look like an office. I'm like, okay, cool. How long do you want to take? How long is it happy birthday? Cool. I bring one camera, have a sound. You want anything fancy? Like, you got to ask these questions because you don't want to get there and you be like, oh, you you have a whole production here.
On that rate.
Right.
On that rate.
I told you $40, but
I meant 4,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So look, when did you start charging for your equipment? When did you start charging kit rentals?
So I started charging when my repeated customers asked for things I didn't have the first time. So I know that sounds kind of crazy. So like if I went to a set, so let me go back. When I first got my camera, I did a lot of free stuff for people, which was advertising that I have a nice camera, B, showing them the quality, and once they repost the videos I done for them, it's branching out to other people to see the quality of my camera. And then once they say, hey, can you come and, bring sound equipment, now I have to kind of like, oh, I need sound equipment. I need this. And now I'm starting to say like, okay, I need about 4 hours of my time. They need a second camera. And I'm starting to say how much money and time that I'm using, how much would I, online, how much does an FS5 cost as a rental? How much does a 6500 cost as a rental? Because now I'm looking at it as in like, if they rented the camera, now they rented it from me. Then I have to factor in the time of how much am I worth? Because if they just got the camera, they got the camera. But it's me. How much do I need as a filmmaker to survive? Yeah. So it's kind of hard to factor in because you can't just give a rate to, how much for a short film? $1,000. It's like, okay, cool. It's be a 4-day shoot. Hold on.
Wait a second.
Hold up.
Yeah. So doing your research up front. So do you feel like all the times that you were working for free, that was the developing of the things that you know you're gonna need, so you can move into that position and feel more comfortable? So it took some jobs of getting burned.
Open mics. It was a lot of open mics and a lot of feeling like you need to kind of a project that you believe in. You see somebody doing like a nonprofit, see somebody selling a book, you see somebody that's like, I want to give back to the community. Can I do this? Yeah, I'm offering my service, aka figuring this thing out because I don't know this camera. I need to do dark settings, I do light settings. You gotta do once you get to the set and you start to say, this lighting is bad. What do I need? Lights. This sound is bad. What do I need? Sound equipment. Yeah. So you're figuring it out, and once you start to say this is top notch, people are starting to kind of like compliment your work. It's like it's time. I am getting booked now. So
yeah. I mean, it's I guess this would be an ongoing thing, and we could definitely get feedback from the viewers to throw in some of the tips of how they were able to graduate from, when you were your free self to where you knew your worth and you were actually able to get your worth. So I think this is just a good conversation starter for other entrepreneurs of any field. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it has a lot to do with the mindset. Right. It's mindset. Even when you talk about, I need sound. That's mindset too. That's preparation. Which then we start understanding we got to charge for preparation.
Absolutely.
Pre-production. It's so much.
The most important.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where you should start paying me once we start talking about it. Once we start, especially when it comes to filmmaking or even photography. When I'm talking to clients and it's like, they want vision boards and these different things, like the work that's being put in, you know what I'm saying, has a value. And the sooner that we start doing our research to find out what those other experts, because you can always find out what the rate is, ask a dang sound guy.
Something that you brought to me about 2 years ago, which is huge. Don't let people squeeze out consultation for free. Don't let them be like, hey, I need help with this project. What would you do? And you are like squeezing out and working out all the kinks. They're like, thank you, and hang up. And you look at that like,
I just did, like, literally. I just line produced it. I just coordinated. I just DP'd it. Yeah. And all of that, and we ain't even had no contract. We didn't even have an agreement yet.
And you went to go to a whole different. Now I've helped your position now as a producer, and now you went on and got a whole different DP.
Yeah. Wow.
So something that I learned about 5 years ago, invest in yourself. Hold on.
This nigga didn't think of nothing. It's like 5 years ago. Don't remember it no more. Like, but I don't use it no more.
I forgot the most important though. If that's the word I was like, why can I segue into it? If you don't invest in yourself, why should anybody invest in you? So, meaning as in like, if you don't put money behind your actual vision, why should anybody pay for that? Which hurts my feeling when I think about that. It's like, I need to start charging people. It's like, why? All you got is you got a camera. That's it. Like, you ain't got no lights. You ain't got no sound. It's like, oh, I gotta start investing in myself. When you invest in yourself, people start charging more because they start to see the equipment. And it looks good. When you say, this is the equipment I have, and you got a long list of stuff. It's like, oh, he work.
See, and there's two ways to skin a cat. And you are a filmmaker. So you come from the jack of all trades side of things. And you truly have learned. You've worn so many hats. And me being a photographer and shooting, I've had the benefit of meeting the filmmakers and working with the DPs and being able to bring you on to some of my work to come and DP some of my stuff.
Made a lot of money from this guy.
Yeah. So the thing is, understanding that, damn, I forgot what I was saying, and this was good. This was good. Yeah. We're gonna come back to this. Hold on. Okay, so understanding there's two ways to skin a cat. I'm gonna jump in on this. Being a filmmaker, you jack of all trades, you do so much, and therefore there are these situations where it's like you have accumulated so much equipment, film equipment, because one, not just for your clients, but two, for you too, because you are a creator, and you want to make sure you can build out your own vision without having to go and rent this and rent this and rent this. Right. But the importance of that kit rental, and understanding the kit rental fees and understanding the cost of things, and it's okay to consultate and educate, right? Because you rather educate that client so they can understand how invasive their ideas are. You know what I'm saying? Versus me showing up with everything in the bag, so they think still, they still think it without seeing that charge that this is expected, and it's not. Like, so me as a producer now, I can tell Dion to show up to set. I'll have everything on set for you, right? Because I'll go rent it. You don't even either. I'm a renter from you, or I'm a renter from my rental house. But at the end of the day, that client is gonna know what it takes to build a production. And coming in from a producer standpoint, I feel like I've had it's been easier to explain the cost of production because I'm not the one coming with everything in one bag. When I was the jack of all, then you can work this out with me because they only looking at me. Right. But being a producer, when I say, well, I gotta call my nigga Dion in, I can't negotiate for you. When I gotta go pick up the camera, I can't negotiate with my rental house. But when it's all my personal stuff, so that's why that kit rental was so important, because you don't want your clients to think, oh, because it's yours, then you could just give it to me today. No.
And don't get offended when they don't accept your rate. Cause I in the beginning I used to be like, wait.
What did I do wrong?
What's your budget? I mean, that's a huge question.
Look, now, what's your budget? That's a tricky one. It's a good question to always find out, because I feel like you just cut out the shit.
Get right to it.
Let's get to it. However, that puts the client in the driver's seat. Now, what I've started doing is I just say, what's your idea? You as the client, sell me your dream, and my job up front is just to tell you what your dream costs. You know what I'm saying?
So what they say when I ask what's your budget, first of all, if I'm like, this is my equipment, these are my equipments, right? This is stuff I have. I said, what's your budget? I said, okay, all right, I will take this out, I will take this out, and I will take this out. This is what you can get with your budget. And if they continue to move forward with it, we're shooting with this.
And you have to stick to that.
Right.
And that's okay. Right. So my thing is, it works the same way. from everything you told me today, looks like that's gonna cost about 5 G's. And then they said, oh, but you gotta understand, with that 5 G's, I gave him the sound guy. I got the DP. I got the AD. I got the producer. I got the PAs. We got the crafty. We got everything. Yeah. I'm gonna build your set.
Right.
But based off of that's a little high.
I only got is 1,000.
Okay, that's fine.
What are you taking away?
That's fine. Now let me deconstruct your dream, but make sure that I'm still gonna leave you in a good place. And so the education is, damn your budget, because your budget may have never been realistic. So me as the professional asking you your budget up front would put you in a position where you would think that the client knows everything about production.
Right.
People don't set their budget off of what they're trying to do. They set their budget off of what they got in their pocket, which don't mean nothing in the scheme of production.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't mean nothing.
Right.
So, finding the ways to get to the real number, one, you need to know how to get to the real number.
Absolutely.
So you got to do your research.
Yeah.
Seek out other professionals that's in your range. Don't call the people that got the jib on the Mercedes truck. Always shooting downtown.
So specific.
Always shooting downtown, because they budgets is different.
Right.
So don't. I just talked to my nigga and he charging $25,000 a day. Now I don't know what the disconnect is, but I figured. And you showing up once again with your iPhone, like now bend down. No, hold on.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah,
No,
that's the one.
That ain't it. That ain't it.
Yeah.
So seek out good, comparable estimates from other professionals. Not always friends and family, because they can steer you the wrong way. And don't try to get your information from people that you already know are cheap.
Absolutely.
Those are not the people who are going to help you in this area. Now, I may hire you to be my line producer if you're cheap. Because once I tell you what that budget is, your ass ain't gonna want to spend.
Penny pinch.
You gonna penny pinch it.
We can take this away.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know when. I ain't saying you're not a good person, but I gotta know where you fit in this process of trying to grow my business. You know what I'm saying? That's just important. The people that we have around us and the people that we can connect with. So that's hey, that's it.
That's it, man.
But y'all should comment. Comment. Give us some feedback, and just let us know how y'all have grown in this same area.
Like a filmmaker.
We all need it. Yeah. Filmmaker. And just look, as an entrepreneur, how have you grown your business and grown your opportunities while not getting taken advantage of?
Are you stuck at a rate that you want to grow from? Let's discuss how can you move forward? How can you believe in yourself a little bit more? How can you invest in yourself a little bit more? How can you use your next project to invest in yourself to stretch out your dollars? Okay?
Yeah. So that's it. We'll see y'all next time.
Yep.